everyone, welcome to our first Culinary Tech at Home cooking demo. I have my special helper today who's going to go wash his hands right now. Good job, buddy. Go wash your hands fast. Go, go, go. Fast, fast, fast. 20 seconds. All right, mine are already done. I'm ready. Remember our checklist before we start cooking. We gather our ingredients and our kitchen tools, so whatever smallwares or appliances you need. Make sure you have your apron, then you do your hair, get your hair back, and wash your hands. Read through your directions carefully before starting to avoid any unnecessary mistakes, and have fun and enjoy. And now I'm gonna go wash my hands because I just touched your hair. All right, little ninja, get back in there. Okay, so our first cooking demo at home for Culinary Tech 11 is, please, thank you, is our cookie lab. Okay, you can pick any recipe that you want. You don't have to use the same one as me. I just picked the spiced ginger molasses cookies because I was feeling a little bit nostalgic. Growing up, my grandmother always made the best molasses cookies, and reminds me of my grandmother and my grandfather. And I'm missing them a little bit right now, not being able to see them. So I thought we'll bring a little bit of that into our home today. But you can pick any recipe that you want. I will put the link to the recipe to the blog in the video description below this video. So if you want the actual recipe for this, then feel free to click on that. Or email me your recipe that you used when you send in your lab reflection. Hey. Settle down. Okay, so who are you today? Are you my helper? What do we call you when you're the helper in the kitchen?
Helper.
Are you my sous chef?
Yes.
Can you say it?
Sous chef.
You're my sous chef. I love it. All right, sous chef. So we have all of our ingredients gathered here. We looked at our recipe. My recipe is down here on my computer because this is my makeshift setup today. And we're doing the best we can, right, buddy? Right. No crawling on top of the cooking surfaces. Thank you. So just a quick reminder of some of the smallwares that you'll need for cookies. I'm going to need you to help me with this. These are our liquid measures.
This one first.
This one first? We might not need this big one, but we're just reminding that these are our liquid measures. I need you to listen. Okay, we'll use these for our liquid ingredients so we get a true measure. Next, we have our dry measures. These are our dry measuring cups so that we can get a good measure for our dry ingredients. And we can scoop what we need, and then we can level off as needed. Then we have a whisk. Our turkey right here, our goofy little turkey. That plays with whisks. Then I have my measuring spoons here. So you want to make sure that you have the tools that you need before you get started cooking. I also have my separate bowl for my dry ingredients. I'm going to do my wet ingredients in my mixer to start. Then dry ingredients here, and then we add them in as per the recipe directions.
And then we mix them up.
You're going to mix the dry in here first, and then we're going to add them in there, okay? Then I have a couple of rubber spatulas, and this for scooping the cookies after, a good old ice cream scoop. Oh, no ice cream scoop for you yet. We're saving that for later. Now, if you have a hand mixer, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to have a stand mixer. You can use either one. And if you don't have a mixer at home, you can do it the old-fashioned way using a good old wooden spoon. Okay, or your spatula. So you don't need to have a mixer. If you do, it's great. Now, if you have a stand mixer, hold on. We're going to show them the two different kinds of hooks that we have, attachments that we have right now. There's a dough hook too, but we don't have that out yet. Which attachment is this? What kind is that?
A spatula.
It's the same as this. What's it called?
A spatula.
A whisk.
A whisk.
A whisk. Cheers. Then we have our paddle attachment. We're going to use the paddle attachment today. So I'm going to put it in. And remember, from class, safety, we always want to put the attachments on and take them off when the machine is unplugged. So if you're cooking and you need to switch your attachments, which you do sometimes, you need to unplug it first for safety reasons, then take the attachment off, put the new one on, and plug it back in. So now I'm going to plug my machine in. And my sous chef, or maybe I'm going to plug it in. There we go. My sous chef is going to go over there and grab the butter that's on the fish plate over there because I forgot to bring it over. Can you go grab the butter for me? Thanks, buddy.
I just wanted to taste a little.
You're not going to taste the butter. Not right now. We'll leave the butter in the cookies. Okay?
I tasted
You tasted a little when I wasn't looking. What did it taste like?
yummy butter. Yummy.
Yummy.
Yep.
Butter's good for cooking, but ugh, don't eat it by itself, goof. All right, so we need to...
It tasted like cheese.
It tasted like cheese. Is that why you ate it? Because you thought it was cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it a surprise when it wasn't cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I would think that would be kind of a gross surprise when you're thinking it's cheese. All right, so we're going to put the butter in here. You want to use softened butter for this recipe, and you need to remember when you're making cookies, if the recipe calls for softened butter, not melted, but softened, don't melt it first. If you melt it in the microwave or on the stove and the recipe just says softened and not melted, then your cookies are not going to turn out properly. So I took this butter from the fridge before cooking this on purpose so I can show you how we can soften the butter. One of the ways, yes. So I cut it up into chunks. As you can see, this is 1 cup of butter, which I need for this recipe. I cut it up into chunks so that it's easier for you to soften it and it's easier on the machine. So we're going to scoop it in there with our, what's this called?
I don't know.
Rubber spatula.
Spatula.
Rubber spatula, that's right. Now,
We're using this one.
we're going to use that in a little bit. Maybe.
I'm just looking at
Maybe. We're going to use that for the molasses. Can you go put that in the sink for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you so much. You're so helpful. Leave this here. That's glass. Yeah, we're not carrying that around. Okay, so you can put it in your mixer. Bring the stand up. And then we're going to turn this on and let the mixer do the work for softening the butter.
Mix.
Hold on.
Mix.
We're going to let this down. And we're going to take this off. And let them see what it looks like once it's been softened.
Ooh, can
So you want it to be nice and soft. No, we don't taste it yet. It's just butter.
Yummy butter.
Oh, you are silly beans. Okay, this is just to keep the butter soft. A little piece of bread in there to keep your brown sugar soft. So we need 1 3/4. We need 1 3/4 cups of white sugar, and we need 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Can you help me with this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is 1 cup. Can you hold this?
I want to eat that.
Can you hold this? That's not good for eating. Can you help me?
Yes.
Okay, you hold that steady. We're going to get 1 cup in here. Okay. Full. Perfect. And now we need 3/4. Now I lost my 3/4 cup, so we're going to do 3 1/4 cups. Okay? Because 3 1/4. Oh, sorry, babe. Makes 3/4. So 1, 2. You're on the other side. It's hard. 1 more of these. Just 1 more of these. And I'll let you put the brown sugar in, okay? Okay, thanks. All right. So, that's 1 3/4 cups of white sugar. There's a lot of sugar in cookies. All right, now we need 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Can you help me? We're going to do the 1/4 cup again. You help me. Help scoop. Fill this cup. Good job. Okay. Now, oh, there's another little piece of the bread to keep it soft. Let's not put that in there. All right. Good stuff. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Now, unlike flour, we want to pack our brown sugar down. Okay? So, yes. There you go. 1. We need 2 more of those. Can you give me 2 more just like that? Fill it right up. Pat it down. Excellent. All right. You pop it in. Yeah. And 1 more, just like that. Good job. Fill it all the way. You put a little more. You gotta put a little more in there, buddy. Oh no, we lost it. There you go. Good job. All right. Oh, fly it in. Drop it in. Yeah. All done.
Mix.
So we put these back in there to keep the brown sugar nice and soft. Okay. It's a good thing we're not giving these cookies to anybody. Let's see what you're doing with those fingers. All right, these are your cookies. So we need to cream them together. That means we need to run the mixer again with the butter and the sugar.
Egg?
You are a high maintenance sous chef, you know that? All right.
Are we doing the
It's supposed to be the other way around.
No. Mommy, I
Hold on. We have to show them what this looks like now. We have to show them what this looks like once it's creamed together. Yes, you can wash that. That would be great. So that's what it's going to look like when you have your two sugars and your butter creamed together. All right. So, check out my ingredients down here. My inconveniently located computer. All right, so the next step, we add the egg and the molasses. So we have our egg right here. I'm gonna crack it right in there. Now, if you end up getting any of the eggshell bits in there, because sometimes that happens, you can actually, a little trick, you can take your whole shell that's left, you can actually go in and you can very gently scoop it out. Or if you're worried about doing that, you can crack it into a bowl first, and then if any little shell bits get in there, you can get the little bits out and then pour it in if you're worried about getting the eggshell bits in there. All right, and the molasses. So I have my molasses here, and I need 1/3 cup of molasses. And for that, I'm going to use my liquid measure. And when you use a liquid measure, you want to have it steady on a base. That way you know if you're getting a true measure or not. So I poured a little bit too much in there. Yes. In 1 minute, okay? I have to get the right measurement first. I put a little bit too much in. It's nice and warm molasses. It went in really fast.
You want to taste some molasses?
There we go. That's 1/3 cup right there. I am going to put the molasses in actually because it's a little trickier. And in a minute, we're going to mix our dry ingredients in a separate bowl, and I'm really going to need you to help me with that, okay?
With this one.
With the whisk, that's right.
This whisk.
With that one, oh, you grabbed the clean one, thank you. Okay. Don't put that one in your mouth, please.
Okay.
You can put it in your mouth when this is all done and you can lick it, okay? All right. Okay. All right. Can we show them what it looks like? Can we show them what it looks like right now? Yeah. You're gonna have to go wash your hands again. Every time you put your hands in your mouth when you're cooking, you gotta go wash them. All right, so this is what your cookie dough should look like at this point.